Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
What? 20. Go 14.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, Emerson Griffin.
Power.
On third down, Wilson. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a fourth down.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
Let's make these babies cry.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown Cardinals. Kyler Murray, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because you control the line of scrimmage.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for their offensive guys.
And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On second down, here's Murray. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Murray going to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. About 3 yards there to the 27. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. McCoy. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. LaShawn McCoy. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are on the board here this first quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Cardinals take over. Let's go! 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or move.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Now a first down carry here from McCoy. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson being chased out left. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. These two teams all tied after 1. Here's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
58, Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. 58, right over there.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Murray. It's complete to Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Murray now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Benson Mayowa able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Murray, rolling to his left. And able to find Kirk complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. 1st down, Murray. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
From the gun, Murray. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Cardinals have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Philip Dorsett, 77 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
50, Mike 50. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Murray now on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Everson Griffin picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's McCoy. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Myers, the AFC's Pro Bowl kicker from a year ago. He was 6 out of 7 from 50-plus last year, and he converts another one here. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start this.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. He'll turn and give this to McCoy running right. Finding some room at midfield. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Now Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shot. That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that, Tony.
And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Thomas, the intended target. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now it's Wilson, forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll try and run a sweep to McCoy. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? It looks like they're ready to go.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 3rd and long. It's Wilson escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got to... And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. Well, he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. He goes 86 yards on the kick return as his guys are back within a single score. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. McCoy's got the first down and more. And all the way up to the 46. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
They run again with Carson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Wilson dancing to his left. He may try and run for this.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll run on first down. It's McCoy, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's McCoy. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So after the run by McCoy, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Check 26, check 26, go.
Play action. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Greg Olsen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Myers for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
To throw is Murray. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to find another down.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is...
And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go.
They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. They needed a yard. They got it. 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now McCoy. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to the safety, Rashad Jones.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now it's Carson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just getting gapped.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, McCoy. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Wilson now to throw on third down. Steps away to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Check 43.
This is McCoy. And some room to maneuver. 39 yards there, a big one. The yardage numbers for him just keep piling up for his career. He's now toppled, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000 yards, probably beyond his wildest dreams.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tony Jefferson in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play.